Today's Daily Retro Fix brought to you by Super Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Alright, this one's been a long time coming, and to tell you the truth, it scared me a little bit. I definitely want to be able to do this one justice, because growing up, this was the fighting game franchise that held my attention more than others. So much nostalgia and memories tied into the Street Fighter series, especially on the Super Nintendo, and to me, this was the definitive version to play. Did it have the notable slowdown like most of the other Super Nintendo Street Fighters? Yep. Oh, hang on, and you know I'm not talking about Turbo, because that was a masterpiece in itself. However, Super Street Fighter came with enhanced graphics, additional characters, and an overall more robust feel. It's so good that it'll make you want to Hadouken all over your TV screen. Now, if you're like me growing up at the time, you usually fell into one of two camps. You were either Street Fighter 2 or Mortal Kombat. Now, I'm only speaking about North America right now. Yeah, Tekken was also there and was great, but really, back in the day, I'm talking early to mid 90s, it was Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat that led the way in 2D fighting games here in the States. Alright, now I don't want to have people crashing out because I didn't mention other fighting game franchises. Yes, there were others out there, especially when you headed over to Japan, where Fatal Fury, Samurai Showdown, and even Tekken were definitely in the mix. However, Street Fighter 2 was and still is one of the crowned kings of fighting games in Japan. So for me, Super Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo holds a special place in my heart, and it actually taught me a lesson or two. Now, looking at my footage, you'll see that I'm quite a bit rusty because I haven't touched this game for at least 15 years. You'll also notice that all of my game save information and stats are gone because I just realized the internal battery was dead. But there are flashes of how good I used to be, and as I warmed up, it started to come back. But therein lies the lesson that I learned. So why haven't I played it for so long? It's not because I was burned out on it or didn't care for it anymore. It wasn't replaced by another fighting game franchise. It was because I was not very nice back in the day when I'd play this. I would have fun playing with my friends, and I was never one to talk mess, but I did realize that my friends and family didn't like losing 100% of the time, and they just stopped playing with me. As a matter of fact, I killed some of their love for gaming entirely, and they rarely play anything anymore. Once I realized this was happening, this, hurt me quite a bit when I realized that I was the problem. So I put it away and rarely pick it up today. This message sticks with me still when it comes to fighting games. Now, this is a short for celebration, so I don't want it to be a downer, and if you're looking for the best version of Street Fighter 2 to play on the Super Nintendo, this one definitely gets the Dantron stamp of approval, and I know you won't be disappointed. It's just as good as I remember.